educating law enforcement as well as the general public about the legality of open carry. I personally have been contacted by many law enforcement agencies. I helped make a training video for the San Jose Police Department so they can tell their officers how to interact with open carries. And in fact, it's gone to the point now where dispatchers know how to properly respond to a call of a person with a gun. Just last week we were out here in Lafayette, and most people, they understand that open carry is legal, so they don't freak out or anything like that. But the few people that did call into law enforcement did a good job, and they told them, these people are doing absolutely nothing wrong. They're not acting in an irrational manner. They're not going to dedicate resources to deal with somebody who's not breaking the law. So AB 1934 would only serve to take away the right of a law-abiding citizen to carry a firearm for personal protection, and basically leave law-abiding citizens as easy targets for criminal behavior.
Ms. Arntzen, on the public safety aspects of this.
Well, Josh, is this on?
Yes.
Last December, the California Brady Campaign responded swiftly to media reports of open carry meetups and events in restaurants in the Bay Area by contacting the restaurant managers in their corporate headquarters. We alerted them about the planned meetups and asked them to declare a no-guns policy to prevent the meetups from taking place. Among others, two major chains, Pete's Coffee and California Pizza Kitchen, responded immediately by posting no-guns policies on their websites, citing concerns for the safety of their customers. We were surprised when Starbucks tried to duck the issue by claiming they had to allow guns on the premises because it was not against the law. Of course, they have private property rights and can prohibit bare feet, smoking, pets, and other inappropriate behaviors in their stores. They also have a no-guns policy for their employees, so their refusal is both a nonsensical double standard and socially irresponsible. Displaying a lethal weapon in public, if it is not your job, is irresponsible and reckless. It is a provocative act of intimidation. The Brady Campaign partnered with Credo to launch a nationwide petition in February to persuade Starbucks to put public safety first and exercise their private property rights to do what was best for the community. After delivering 33,000 petitions to Starbucks headquarters in Seattle, the Brady Campaign announced a national poll conducted by Lake Research Partners just last month. The poll shows that the majority of Americans, 56%, want Starbucks to adopt a no-guns policy. Overall, the poll shows more Americans feel unsafe knowing people can carry guns openly in public and feel safer. And recent incidents are bearing out these facts, as the public is now taking a second look at perpetrators to see if they are involved in the open carry movement. Just last month, an open carry advocate shot two men in Milwaukee, turned himself in and declared it self-defense. In Arkansas, an open carry advocate and his 16-year-old son opened fire with AK-47 assault rifles during a traffic stop and killed two police officers and injured two others before they were killed. The open carrying of firearms intimidates the public, wastes law enforcement resources, and creates opportunities for injury and death due to the accidental or intentional use of firearms.
Okay. Mr. Chang, why now? It seems like we didn't hear a lot about open carry until relatively recently, even though this law has been on the books for quite some time. What has precipitated this, these gatherings, these demonstrations?
For the longest time, I believe that citizens of here in California have been holding back on expressing or exercising their gun rights as guaranteed by the Second Amendment. California is one of the most restrictive states, has some of the most restrictive gun control laws in the entire country. As of this very moment, there are 40 states here in the U.S. that allow for shall issue concealed carry, meaning that if you are a common law-abiding citizen and you've got no felonious criminal record, they are mandated to give you a concealed carry permit in 40 states in our United States. In 43 of our states, we have open carry, meaning that any common law-abiding citizen who wishes to can go ahead and openly carry a firearm. It's only in Wisconsin and here in California that we have to do so unloaded. So this is actually a very, very common practice that is being exercised over the rest of the country, and we're just participating with that here in California as well. Now, as far as the responsible citizens of California goes, we stand behind the fact that armed common law-abiding citizens are responsible, We're well-trained and actively reduce the violent crime rate in society. We also seek to dispel common myths and misconceptions that the non-gun-owning public may hold in regards to their concerns on the subject of a lawfully armed citizen. Our primary goal is to educate the general public regarding the facts about the right to carry and gun control in general. So our primary objective is to secure legislation necessary in the state of California to protect open carry and secure shall-issue concealed carry for all future generations of Californians to come.
You have a quick something to add, Mr.
Yeah, I
Shah?
just want to jump in real quick on why open carry all of a sudden is becoming something in the Bay Area. Quite honestly, I never knew it even was legal. I mean, I always heard stories, even going back to high school, that you can carry a firearm, but I was always told you can't carry ammunition with you. And at that point, there's no reason to do it. It's more of a demonstration. And that's one of the things that people are saying, that open carriers do it because we want to demonstrate or protest or show off our ability to do so. And that's not the truth. Most people open carry because they want to be able to carry a firearm for personal protection. The fact that when I found out that I can carry ammunition, that was the game changer. Because all of a sudden it now gives me that ability to protect myself. So it's only when I found out that it was legal at the end of 2009, that's when I spent a good month researching the issue, finding out what was legal, and that's when this all began in the Bay Area.
Let's actually turn to some of the audience questions here, because I think that there's actually several questions along the same lines which pertain to what you just said. Put simply, what is the point of wearing a gun in public? Do you expect that there will be a need to use it? And if so, will that not add to the potential chaos and danger of the situation? Another person put it, is this right to open carry more about personal safety, or is it more about an anti-government sentiment? Another person put it, what good really does an unloaded gun do? Can you really load it fast enough to defend yourself when necessary? Mr. Shahab, and then Assemblymember.
Okay, I'll speak personally for this. I'm a fan of concealed carry. I have concealed carry permits issued to me from other states. Right now, at this moment, I can carry legally concealed in 32 states. California, the state that I was born and raised in and that I live in, doesn't feel that my life is important enough to be able to defend myself with a concealed carry permit. As a result, open carry is the only legal means that I have to protect myself. So for me, it's not about showing off or trying to intimidate people or make a statement. It's about having a tool at my disposal, and that's the thing we need to get clear here. A firearm is not evil on its own. It's a tool with which a person can use to defend themselves, and that's why I do.
Assemblywoman, please address that, but also in combination with that, how does this bill, in light of case law, not violate the individual rights guaranteed by the Second Amendment? And what's the official position of law enforcement on your bill?
Well, the official position of the California Association of Police Chiefs and the Peace Officers Research Association of California is support. They recognize that their officers are dealing with more of these open carry situations and that it is increasingly forcing them to respond. Going back to some of the conditions that are placed in open carry in other states, there are requirements that a person be trained, have the gun registered to them, and provide identification when asked by a law enforcement officer. In California, we have none of those conditions in place. So someone openly carrying a gun, for people to say they are law-abiding citizens, there is no way to verify that. There is no way to verify that a person is not under a restraining order. There is no way to verify that that person has a criminal background. When they're contacted by law enforcement under the current law,